Dear friend, as I'm writing this, I'm sitting on my bed, gaze outside the window, scattered sun rays gracing my apartment, birds chirping softly in the background. You can tell summer has arrived, a gentler season. I can finally wear my summer dresses outside. They had patiently waited in my wardrobe for months. I just had a cup of coffee and my regular breakfast. The one I have almost every morning. I love breakfast. It is a comforting act like no other. It's that time of the day when we're not too awake yet to be social and talk to people, but we are awake enough to go inward and have a conversation with ourselves. A fresh start, right out the bed. Last night's dreams have cleansed our minds. It feels like the perfect time to meet yourself and be surprised by it. I recently also visited my village. It was nice to be able to surrender a bit. Our hectic lives don't always allow us to catch a breath. Sometimes it feels like I'm constantly chased, but I enjoy taking a moment, going back to the place where nature has the last word, reminding me of how nature just is. Lately, I've been trying to repeat these words in my head that I heard from Natalie Goldberg. Don't be tossed away. Continue under all circumstances. I know I said that I'm happy about the summer arriving, but a lot of the times I experience summer a bit bittersweet, because it seems like it's the season when you're supposed to have the greatest time of the year. Sunny weather, friends, and holidays. But truthfully, many summers had passed and I didn't have any of that figured out, feeling quite lonely and like I had failed. But this year, I have decided to just embrace it the way it comes naturally to me, make the most of it. And I guess I'm lucky to even be able to do that. The more I face the fear of not meeting these expectations and let go of the nasty comparisons, I can see things working out better after all. I see that gratitude transforms me, and I start noticing a lot more joy and preciousness in the things that surround me daily, like the rich berries I could eat up in seconds, the poem I read today and that softened my heart, the light shadows moving softly, the gracious dancing waves glistening under the sunset, and the shared human condition that all we long for is love. This is your life. Begin from it, no matter what it looks like. And yes, I still continue the practice of writing down at least one cool thing that happened today and I'm grateful about. I collect these notes in my thank you jar. Sometimes I write more than one thing. I can't wait to read them out loud by the end of the year. I think it will be a cool surprise. Whenever I feel like I might break, I remind myself of all that, and it helps. But I also have some other great news to share. I just came back from a work trip to Amsterdam. And even though I went there for my job, I have to say it was a lot of fun. This trip also gave me some perspective on things, so let me share it with you. Amsterdam as a city was awesome. I loved seeing the canals, the bikers, the people, and the endless vibrancy of the place. I'm really grateful that I had one entire Sunday just for myself to stroll around, observe, get to know the city, and take a lot of pictures with my camera. I guess the energy of the city was very contagious, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Another very important thing that arose from this trip to Amsterdam was a very big learning outcome for me, because I kind of feel like this trip acted as a mirror, and I saw in this mirror all the things that I still have to work through in order to grow as a person, but also in order to free myself from limiting beliefs. Everyone has some kind of limiting beliefs inside of them, like a fixed way of thinking that you're carrying from a young age that just doesn't make you feel great, you know? As the name suggests, it limits you and it makes you feel just smaller than the beauty you actually truly are. So what I realized through the trip is that the ongoing project of breaking through the limiting belief and crushing them down and creating a new set of beliefs that really are aligned with my core, who I am inside of me, and that really serve me. It requires a lot of boldness and a lot of sitting in discomfort, basically. Because when you do things that are a bit more risky for you because you're not used to doing them, it's not like it feels great. It doesn't. A lot of the times it feels uncomfortable. It's like a cold shower. You know, cold showers are always a little bit shocking in the beginning, you know, cold. And then you're like, okay, it feels very good. I just realized that it's something that I'm still working on. And I also realized that it's okay if you heal yourself from the same things over and over again. Certain things we cannot overcome the first time around, and then we heal ourselves from it again, maybe a little time later. So to close my letter off, I want to thank you for taking the time to read it. And I'm looking forward to hearing all about you and what you have been up to. There's nothing like the joy of receiving your letter. Never forget how much you're loved. Talk to you soon. xxlotusgirl.